In today's lesson, we are going to be reading an informational text called Garden Good Guys by Timothy Thomas. The informational text gives facts about a topic. Find facts about insects that help gardens in this selection. Our text focus for this story will be labels. Labels are words that tell more about the pictures in a text. They can name parts of the picture or the whole picture. Look for labels. What information do they give? As we read through our story, Garden Good Guys, be looking for facts about insects that help gardens grow. Let's begin reading. Garden Good Guys by Timothy Thomas. If you have a garden, you should know about bugs. Some bugs are pests that eat the plants. Other bugs eat the pests. They are the Garden Good Guys. If you want a healthy garden, make sure you have ladybugs. Ladybugs eat tiny bugs that snack on garden plants. You may not think a praying mantis is as pretty as a ladybug, but it is a good garden friend. A praying mantis hunts and eats many garden pests. On page 35, we see two pictures. Below the picture, we can see a label. This label says ladybug. This label says praying mantis. Why do you think these labels are by the pictures? The labels help us identify what our picture is of. Here is a picture of a ladybug, so that is why we have the label. Here we have a picture of a praying mantis, so that is why our label says praying mantis. How do these types of insects help gardens? Do you remember how ladybugs help gardens? If we look back in our text, it says ladybugs eat tiny bugs that snack on garden plants. A praying mantis hunts and eats many garden pests. Both insects help maintain the garden to keep it healthy. The big-eyed bug is tiny. Can you guess how it got its name? Big-eyed bugs eat bugs that harm vegetables. The dragonfly has a long, thin body, large eyes, and 2 sets of wings. Dragonflies are good for gardens and good for you too. They eat garden pests and mosquitoes. When we look here at our picture, our label says big-eyed bug. Can you guess how it got its name? Look closely at the picture. This bug's eyes are humongous. For the dragonfly, the label below says dragonfly and the other label is pointing to its wings. These labels help us determine what the name of the insect is and also part of its body part. This week, we are going to be planting our own set of class plants. I will have the supplies here, and I will help get the plant started, and then eventually you'll be able to take your own plant home. With your parent or guardian's permission, of course. Now to do this, we need to be thinking, what do our plants need to be able to survive and grow? Where should we put our plants in the classroom? What do they need during the day? What can we do to help our plants be better? Be thinking about these things, and during one of our morning meetings this week, we will get to see all of our plants and give them some names. This morning in morning meeting, we talked about the OR sound. The OR letter sound is made by putting the letters O and R together. As we are reading through our decodable, at the shore, I want you to be looking for words that have the O-R letter sound in them that says OR. For example, in the title of our decodable, the word shore, or, has the O-R letter sound. When we say the word shore, we hear the OR. Be sure to be reading along with me at home and following along. This is the shore. It is where land and sea meet. You can see sand, grass, and shells on the shore. Carl's home is on the shore. Carl can see the sea from his window. Mom, Carl, and Jill go for a short walk. Jill likes to see waves crash on the shore. Tess is Carl's pal. She hunts for seashells. Carl sees a crab in its shell. The crab will grow too big for that shell. Then it must find a shell that fits. Carl and Tess see a few seagulls. More and more seagulls will come. Seagulls hunt for food in the sea and on the shore. Carl Carl hopes to get a sailboat. Carl will sail far. He will see the world. Then he will head back home and write a story. This story made me want to go to the beach. Have you ever been to the shore? Some of us have been to a beach where the land and sea meet. If you have not, hopefully you'll get to go one day. It can be very beautiful. This was a great story to help us read and listen for words that have or in them. To end our lesson, let's complete an activity in our reader's notebook. To end our lesson, we are going to complete an activity with words with or. This can be spelled O-R or O-R-E. Our directions tell us to read the sentences, circle the sentence that tells about the picture. When you look at each number, there are 2 sentences. You want to circle the sentence that best matches the picture across from the sentences. This activity can be found on page 84 in your reader's notebook. Let's go ahead and get started. For number 1, we have 2 sentences. We look at the score. We look at the star. Which sentence best matches this picture for number 1? We look at the score. We look at the star. Circle the sentence that matches the picture for number 1. For number 2, we have the sentences, I like to do chores. I snore when I sleep. Which sentence best matches the picture for number 2? Here is our picture. Which sentence matches best? I like to do chores. I snore when I sleep. Number 3 says, she finds shells at the shore. She finds fish at the shop. Which sentence best matches the picture for number 3? She finds shells at the store. She finds fish at the shop. Circle the sentence that best matches the picture for number 3. For number 4, the sentences say, he can play the thorn. He can play the horn. Look at the picture for number 4. Which sentence best matches the picture? He can play the thorn. He can play the horn. Circle the word that best matches the picture for number 4. For number 5, the sentences say, here is a jar. Here is a fork. Look closely at the picture for number 5. What is the dad handing the girl? Here is a jar. Here is a fork. Circle the sentence that best matches the picture for number 5. Let's check the sentences that you circled and see if you got them correct. If you need to make any corrections, you can do it as we go. If you need to pause the video at any time, please do so. For number 1, the sentence that best matches the picture would be, we looked at the score. In the picture, the family is looking at the scoreboard. For number 2, the sentence that best matches the picture would be, I snore when I sleep. If you look closely at the picture, we can see that the person is in a bed, under the covers, and is asleep. The sentence, I like to do chores, would show a character completing a chore, like mowing the lawn, washing the dishes, or doing the laundry. I snore when I sleep. The person is sleeping in the picture. For number 3, the sentence that best matches the picture would be, she finds shells at the shore. We learned that a shore is where the water and land meet. We can see that the girl is on the shore and is also holding a shell. The sentence, she finds shells at the shore, matches best. For number 4, the sentence that best matches the picture would be, he can play the horn. There are instruments that have the word horn in its title. The character is not playing a thorn, he is playing a horn. For number 5, we had to look closely at what the dad was passing to the girl. The sentence, here is a fork, best matches the picture for number 5. I hope that you enjoyed today's lesson. Tomorrow, we will get to see our plants in our video to see if they look any different. If you have any questions about today's activity or need any help with your lessons later on, please let me know and I'll be able to help you. I'll see you later.